What is going on, everyone? And welcome to another Phoenix Wright stream, as always. Because I don't know, I like Phoenix Wright, okay? No, but really, I want to keep playing this game because I stopped doing Let's Plays. But I mean, Let's Plays might be coming back because there is some stuff I kind of want to do. But I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's play more of this game that exists solely for our amusement. My thing still says it has an incorrect title. Okay, hold on. I shouldn't have hit stream start yet. Oh no, I'm a fool. Well, it was actually already started, but you know what I mean. Watch my channel get taken down because I uploaded a video saying to go to Twitch. Okay, there we go. Now it's working like normal. Let's pause that so it doesn't kill my battery. Cool. All right, let's get into this. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again. Well, supposedly Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose. I don't buy it. But the one who proved that Mr. Delight was there, it was Mr. Nick himself, at least from what I can understand. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. How about we start, oh my god, I can't read. We get started looking into the KB security murder. I think we're gonna head back to Crane Village for a little while, if that's alright. Sure, okay. The writers. We couldn't really figure out what to do with this character, so we just thought, let's just bring it back to the universe. I'm gonna bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it. Oh, it says Danganronpa blood all over it. I'm never gonna get over that. Like, I'm just so used to, I don't know, pink being like blood. I played way too much Danganronpa. I wonder what the best speed run for Danganronpa is. Oh, now I'm curious. I kind of want to do that. Where do we go first? I guess we'll just go down the list. What's up, everybody? The Treasures of Crane exhibit is all ruined now, Maya. I'm sorry, it's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about the spirit channeling. Maybe I can cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the sacred urn back, maybe they can reopen it? Really? Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Master Mask's Desire. That would probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa! 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 That's brilliant, Nick! We could clean up and be filthy rich! Woohoo! Wow, that was surprisingly easy. Basement warehouse. What's going on here? Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Miss Andrews? What's she still hanging around down here for? So how's it going? What about the sacred urn? The urn? Oh, that. It's been taken care of already. What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yeah. It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Master Mask's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. Let's talk. I just heard all about it on the news. So the detective was actually the thief all along. Looks that way right now. So was he really Master Mask? That's kind of crazy, actually. It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring Master Mask to guard the treasures. Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job. Hey, Nick, she wants to apologize. You should let her. So, when was it that you hired Detective Atme again? About 20 days ago. And when was it that Master Mask's calling card arrived? That was about 10 days ago. So he sent a calling card to the very place he was hired to guard. I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the sacred urn after all. I guess so. What? So Master Mask murdered someone as well? Well, that's how things look right now. Yes, but I thought that he was here stealing the urn at the time. Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything is possible. Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him. He claims that's the way he always operates. That's just what he says so he can have an alibi while he commits the thefts himself. Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Master Mask pretty well. I'm so glad that you got your sacred urn back. Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it. What is it? I'm not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different. Are you kidding me? Are we really doing this the whole, it seems different somehow? You didn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything. Why would I? Oh, Miss Andrews. Come on. A Cyclock. What do you think this means, Nick? It means the person that holds the secret of the mystery of the sacred urn is our very own Miss Andrews. I don't think I have anything useful today. Right now, I mean. Alright, we'll head back for now. Go to the detective agency. I doubt anybody's gonna be here, but you never know, right? Whoa, this place is literally crawling with cops. What did you expect? Now that they know he was actually Master Mask, this must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think? Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed. Gumshoe is nowhere to be seen. Well, he's a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case. But wasn't he in charge of the Master Mask investigation all the way up to yesterday? Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He'd say something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal." Points for the quality of the impression, but I'm not sure Gumshoe is bloodlust, Maya. Okay. Go here. I think I kind of want to go to the detention center. Definitely something going on here. I already told you it's not me! A sad, pitiful whine that tapers into silence. Sounds like they're interrogating Mr. Delight right now. Man, and we don't have enough time as it is. Yeah, well, I guess the police are going crazy just like we are. Yesterday they thought he was just a thief, but now they got a murder case on their hands. I guess you're right. That guard over there looks a bit on edge too. Come on, we'll just have to come back later. Okay, let's go check out some other place, Nick. Okay. Damask hideout. Oh, Nicky boy, Maya. Mr. Light? All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. He wouldn't hurt a fly. Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. You asking for your help is the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Mr. Light had such a vulnerable side. This track comes from the last game, I'm pretty sure. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, "Please die!" He would never say that. Anyway, Mr. Light, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying that he's a thief. I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him. Mr. Light, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thief type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. I guess I just don't get it. Huh? Get what? I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple. Yeah, they sure are different. I thought you were gonna say op. Ooh. Okay. We'll ask about the other stuff first. I hate these kinds of people more than anything. I don't really have a voice for her, so I'm fine with these detectives. Oh, so then you must mean thieves. No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. By the way, Okay. Just, okay. Not even gonna bring up your husband, I guess. By the way, why didn't you go to Detective Atmey's office anyways? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more nervous. I went there to try to find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yes, obviously. The real Mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah. And Detective Atmey knew more about Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People of the Town segment on TV. So then you went there to ask him some questions? That's right. I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said the ace detective isn't in right now, but I forced my way past her and into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. That bag was sitting right there on top of the table. Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. Mr. Light, do you know about KB's security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks he still works there, huh? Oh, that's right, according to what we heard today. Come on, don't tell me you didn't know it. Ron DeLight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. But he quit. He doesn't work there anymore. It looks like Mr. Light doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away by motorcycle, that is. Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit, I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. To make it to KB Security that fast. Are you sure you aren't literally flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime? Or better yet, how about now? No, I'll pass. Thanks. Why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves? I feel like you would kill me if I went on a bike with you. Oh, saved your life? I was at work one day when 2 robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back. Robbers? Yeah, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down to tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. I've been tased before, I'm fine. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes, exactly. I remember. Screamed in their faces. Please stop it! I'm crying and swinging his arms like crazy. He attacked the 2 robbers. All by himself. That's actually... yeah, that's really nice. It reminds me of like Deku. Like early Deku. From My Hero. Speaking of My Hero, I don't care what anyone says, I'm hyped for the new My Hero game. Just for the fact that you can customize the heroes, you can make them. I'm so excited for that. I'm gonna like put Deku in like Bakugo's costume or something. That'll be awesome. Well, I guess we'll go to KB Security now. Didn't really learn anything about the thing though. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? The walls here look thick, just like you'd expect in a CEO's office. What does that have to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys! Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Wow, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserve, pal. Ho 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 ho. Or something to that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? If the gumshoe fits? Well, anyway. The point is I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. And I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Now this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating. Oh, I guess we'll ask him. Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. Hey, come on. What about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, and we need help. Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, pal. Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 o'clock this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 o'clock in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, probably an object in this room. It happened at exactly the same time the Master Mask was stealing the urine, huh? Autopsy report. So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Willard's body was stashed away in the safe. Safe? Well, it is pretty big. Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Oh, so the body fell out. That white string must be the shape when he fell out. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Billiard. Maybe you could start by getting the name right. Sorry, my nose again. The heck, it's summer. I better not be getting cold. So, what happened to Master Mask? He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again, he keeps yelling. No, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean that detective at me? Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. Now that's a detective I know and love. Think about it. Atme was always around when a calling card showed up, but he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was a thief. That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective. That's all. But there's this one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. His first heist? Yeah, the Tear of Emanon case. There was a witness on that one. A witness? Here, I saved the newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. The gem thief. Hey, this guard here. Haven't I seen him from somewhere? It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but unless she mentions it. Larry? Adrian Andrews? I don't know. Desiree? I don't know. Oh, that prosecutor. I really don't like that guy. The way he used our evidence to do that to Mr. Delight. Yeah, I think he did that I think he did it that way just because he knew it'd hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So who is that Java-addicted mass maniac anyway? Prosecutor Gatto? He's quite the enigma, huh? Thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office. Came out of nowhere. That's right. He said this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records anyway. But no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court. A maverick that gives me goosebumps. Goosebumps? You? Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way. Poor Detective Gumshoe. I had no idea you were so unpopular. No, that's not what I meant. That Gatto guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. What, is it gonna turn out it's like... I don't know, somebody from like the first case or something? Like the first case in this game? Or it's like one of his pals from back then? I can't really think of it. It was the guy that you thought was dead. Man, I can't really think of anything. That's basically the game saying, he's gonna be important later, so don't forget him. Oh, I didn't want to move. That's sorry, I wanted to examine. There's this big book. It's pretty... Check out this big, thick binder here. Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. Reading the file isn't exactly back-breaking work, just a little hard in the eyes. Ugh! What did you find out, Nick? This file. It's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Master Mask. It's filled with info on him. What? What kind of info? It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and the crime scenes. Hey, Nick? Look at the last page. It's a list. Let's see. Tears of Emanon, $100,000. Looks like a list of all the treasures that Master Mask stole. So then $100,000 is the value of the stolen item? I don't know. That number sounds kind of low to me. I think I better secretly make a copy of this list. Okay. This must be the CEO's desk. It's a lot simpler than I would have thought. Hey, that looks like a super soft chair. Let me try it out, just for a second. Ooh, nice. Feel just like a CEO. Hey, you, whip me up a cup with some really expensive import tea and some scones. Move it! Ah, this is the life. The victim sat in that chair just before he was brutally killed, you know. What is that button? And this is the self-destruct button, in case anything goes wrong. Or I guess it's probably the alarm. What are you talking about? What is the self-destruct button? Oh, there's a button here. Let's see. Hey, cut it out. Don't press that. That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that. What is that button anyways? It's an emergency buzzer. It says it right there on the panel. Oops, you're right. It's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you not to read the instructions first? This alarm's connected to the basement guards room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? Then it's possible on the night of the crime. Oh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. But they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. We better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer. I don't know what the guard is. Oh. Wow, look at that huge frame photo. Tall mountains rising majestically against a dark and cloudy sky. There's a title written at the bottom of this photo. The greatest sunrise of my life. This is it? This was his best sunrise? If this guy didn't get out enough, or he had really rotten luck with weather. If he had lived a little longer, he would have seen some better days. Ew, think about it. A dead guy was laying in here all night. Yeah. Oh, by the way, don't bother asking about fingerprints. There were none. Well, somebody opened the safe on the night of the crime, right? Yeah, and so? Well, if Mr. Bullard's body was hidden in here, it must mean that it was opened by either the killer or the victim, right? Yeah, I guess so. I got some bad news for you, pal. Are you ready? Okay, shoot. Opening this baby is no piece of cake. There are only a few people who know how to open this safe, pal. Yeah, and? Everyone that knows how to open this safe had airtight alibis. I checked. Everyone except one. That is... I'm almost afraid to ask. Former security chief, Ron Delight. What? Ron Delight? He was a security chief? Ron? So he knew how to open the safe, huh? Yeah, sorry for raining on your parade there, pal. This rope, you think it fell out of the safe when it was opened? I don't think so. So you mean... Yeah, I think the string shows where and how the corpse was lying. You mean the victim, he was killed by being crushed by the safe door? She can't be serious, can she? These look like some kind of bookshelf rolling cabinet hybrid. I can't get in between these two shelves. Don't strain yourself trying. Looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel. So I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? Looks like they're filled with bunches of files. Yeah, files filled with data about security jobs they were hired to handle. It'd be a good night's reading if you got insomnia. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting, like UFOs or something. Oh, security room. Here we go. Wow. This really is something else. Is this is Larry's room, isn't it? Security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure. KB security guard. Uh-oh. I just remembered. Larry might be, hey Nick, what's up? Ugh, so he is here. Yo, how's it hanging, dude? You got my... What? Hi, Larry. Here I was working my fingers to the bone. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you. Really? What is it? I don't mind sharing with Maya, but Nick here is a different story. But Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies. That was then, and this is now. So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I can't just give away information for free. What's a bribe? I thought professionals were a bit more, I don't know, honest. Can you talk to him, Maya? Larry, tell us already. What's the good info? Hey, I like that. Okay, you really want to know? Okay, so the thing is, Ron Delight was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me? Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go on. Well, 1 year ago, Ron Delight was fired. And there was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful. I guess he must have done something bad to get on fire like that. Like maybe skipping out of work? No, that's just you. That's it? It's not good info. So what's it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me, I get by alright, I guess. First, I have to keep my eye on those monitors all the time. Monitors? There are security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. If I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? Security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either. So if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? This is just a part-time job for me, and I can't operate the equipment, and I'm dumb. Even if it's part-time, and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break, don't try to pin the whole thing on me, that's not fair, Nick! Huh? I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right? Are you serious? Oh no, I knew something smelled bad, and it was the butts after all. Well, it's like I always say, that was then and this is now, okay? Looks like I'm gonna have to break his psych lock after all. Hey, Larry, there's something I want you to look at. Hey, Nick, I told you I'm a pro. You don't interrupt a pro when he's working. I don't have time to sit and chat with you, alright? Oh, is that right? Just to be sure we can't do anything. Ba-boom! On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Miss Delight? But that was... And this is that. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night too? Never! I didn't sneak out. I'll tell you what. I'll even bet you $1. $1? Wow, now that's confident. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Do you have evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning his station when the murder happened is... I might have something, but I'm gonna be safe. We'll save slot 1. I feel like slot 1's been pretty lonely lately. Maybe this? Oh, did I actually get it? This wallet. You know about this, right? I've never seen it before. Buyer, you hand-delivered this wallet to Miss Delight yesterday. Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. Oh, I forgot he said that. 1 o'clock in the morning? That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office. Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer might have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. But I have the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this. Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. Blackmail letter. CEO office card. I think it's this. Let's save slot 1 again, because why not? Yeah! Larry, when you use this key card, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does. But I can't show the record to just anyone, you know. That keycard data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me. Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was opened with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way! Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Oh... Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. Yar, no! Unlock successful. Nice. I love that. The psycholocks are probably the best thing that Justice for All did. Oh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Larry, there was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened. Huh? Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said, I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her and he was standing right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend, like it was just some terrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally, I'm the one that does the punching. So is that why you left the security guard office? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. How can I ever make up for it, Nick? What can I do? What? He's curled up on the floor crying like a baby. Oh, but Nick, is there anything I can do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to do to make up for it. I swear I will. Larry. Hey, Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we've got? She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information from him. Nick! I think you know how much I want to help you guys, but I really don't know what to say about that. What is it, Nick? It's just that he seems so, I don't know, pleasant. What do you say about this? Is there anything you know about? Okay, really? Oh, blackmail letter maybe? So what about this? Huh? Maya, you shouldn't have... no, sorry. This is a blackmail letter. What? How do you know about that, Maya? Huh? Huh? Who was this Alexis? Didn't we show them this letter yesterday too? Pretty sure we did. Oh, we did. I'm lying. The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? That's right! Just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Uh-huh. Wow, that was pretty good. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now? Yes, please. Please tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. Oh. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the third floor of the basement. CEO's office is on the first floor. I thought it would be a good idea to, adopt a wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's police detectives here, right? I didn't think it was necessary. It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet. Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night? There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did, and I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either. Do you think you could take just one more look for me? Pretty please? Oh, okay. What do you think, Nick? He's probably right. I don't think even Larry can make a mistake like that. Ah! What is it? What's wrong? I made a mistake! Huh? But how? It can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the records? That night, it went off just once in the morning at around 1 a.m. 1 a.m.? That's when the murder happened. Really? Are you serious? That's terrible. It just can't be. Oh, man. Okay, well... Cool. This is all fine and dandy. Water is good for you when you do a million voices. Detective Gumshoe, about this right here. Oh, really? Sorry, it's hard to believe, but there's a limit to how much my brain can hold. Got 2 ears and 2 eyes, but I only got 1 brain. I can see your eyes and the ears. But the jury is still out on the brain thing. If you have something to say, just come out and say it. Wait, what? Oh. I think I'm done there now. Excuse me, but would you take a look at... What? What are you talking about? You have a Cyclops. Oh, no, it's Adrian Andrews. I'm stupid. Sorry. My bad. This leads me there anyway, so... Let's see if I have anything. The Sacred Urn. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the Sacred Urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. There are no submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. Oh, don't I have a picture of it actually? Ah, yes. A fake? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that the urn was submitted at the trial was genuine? Do I? Let's do slot 2. I don't think I do. This was $50,000, wasn't it? I can't really think of anything right now. No, I don't. Dang it, you called my bluff. Let's, I'm still confused about who this is. It's supposed to be, what's her face? I don't know who this is. Is it? No, it's not that person. I don't know what to do. Well, this is going great. It was going great for a bit actually, but now I don't know. Let's go here. I have to go from here. I do really wish the movement system was a bit more fluid, but whatever. Maybe I left Larry too early. Maybe he had more to say. You guys have really made me reflect on the way I've been living. But the only problem is, with all this reflecting, where's the time for love? Frankly, I think reflecting is a bit overrated, you know? What are you going on about, Larry? Plus, do you honestly have any new info on the buzzer record? Huh? The record? No, nothing at all. This guy reflects about as much as a piece of black carpeting. I don't think that was it. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up because I can't find the answer. The song is weird because it has a part where all the instruments go bum 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 bum, and it's like feels very weird for this style of song. But whatever. Who am I to judge? To make weird songs. I don't understand this part. What happened? Okay. I'm not gonna look at the rest of this article. Oh crap! Wait. No, I need the chat in case people have stuff to say. You know. Forgot this was a thing. Detective Gumshoe, tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebard. That's Kane Bullard, not Shane. Okay, well. Oh yeah, the victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. Well, you were the victim up until Mr. was found dead. Yeah, his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself for some reason. I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now. Okay, next now is our chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask. Can you tell us some more about the Mr. Bullard? See, it's KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyways? Well, the company basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Just had the chance to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work. Oh, and I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber. Really? Me too. I just love money. Can't ever get enough. Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't getting my wallet. Stuff. Everything is involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. Yeah. Oh, KB Security used to head security. Okay. After screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was. Oh, the blackmail letter, huh? Okay, what now? It really didn't tell me much, so... Okay. The last thing I need to do is present this. But this blackmail letter. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Why would Kane Bullard have been blackmailing Ron DeLite anyways? Well, Mr. DeLite used to work at KB Security, right? But what was it that made him quit? Nick, that's it. Maybe that's the same reason he's being blackmailed. Well, I'm not in the middle of investigating that right now. Oh, alright. That didn't help at all. God dang it. Okay, you know what? Okay, did a psych walk. Whoa! God, I feel like my Ruby's just gonna cave in on me. There's so much stuff that goes up out there. Wait, can I do the psych walk now? No, I can't. Oh, okay. You just had to do a bunch of stuff. Now Ron's available to talk though, so it's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, okay. What? I did everything. What do you want me to do, game? Okay. Talked about me. What happened to you? Security room. Good info. Present the Megatama. Night of the crime. Jay and Tastic went live. Wait, what? I did everything. He's not here. What more do you want from me? What? Do you want me to... Do I... I don't care. I don't care. This is... I don't think it's this. Like... I don't want to ask about Crane Village. I already know about Crane Village, actually. Please be here. I don't know what to do. He should be there. Like... How do I get to... Why can there only be 4 on the screen? Who thought that was a good idea? Like, just list them all. Posters. This is an Easter egg, but I don't know if I need to do this or like what's going on. Wendy Oldbeck, head supervisor. I tell you, cross her and you come face to face with a real genuine ray gun. Yeah, sounds scary, alright. she's on vacation. That's why I'm so relaxed right now. Is there anything else I have to do here? Like that part in the song is so weird. It's just a very strange thing to do with the arrangement that they were going for. Like, is this guide wrong? I really don't know, man. I really wish they could just let me go to the detention center from, like, anywhere, but... Why aren't you here? I don't... What's annoying is I'm literally almost done this investigation scene. It's just the game's not working. If I actually have to do this and that's what was holding me back, I am gonna be mad because that's so stupid. Are you kidding me? Okay, that is terrible design. Like, why do I have to see stuff I've already seen just to see Ron? Like, that's... This game makes me mad. Just interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore. Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see... On the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Secure to hand over some money. And then, that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time, I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Okay. Oh, let's finally get into this. Mr. Delight, you still insist that you were Master Mask. Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. But listen, Mr. Delight, at the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. After all, you weren't KB Security at the time. So then the person dressed up as Master Mask in this photo, it's gotta be Detective Atme. So that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor. You went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail note I said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door. It's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? Oh, what? 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 Then who's... What? So he's not Master Mask? Are you... What? Oh, man. And suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam! Was it Kane Bullard that hit you? I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I died myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. So that's why you put it in the safe? Yes, that's right. I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay, and what did you do after that? Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building, so I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Nick, all of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me. Please don't say that. Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago, you were forced to quit KB Security? How did you... I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please! Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Oh, thank goodness. No, but I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. Knowing that, why'd you become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief, at least. That's what I thought anyways. So you became Master Mask for Desiree, huh? You're the only character left who I haven't presented this to, so I swear to God. Hey! This is an article about my debut heist! Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. But Master Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right! I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Master Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket, then I quickly changed in my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh? Wow, awesome! Hey, hold the phone. Regarding this photo, is this you, Mr. Delight? That's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. But as you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Atme found the Master Mask disguise? Huh, that's interesting. Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. Blackmail letters? What are you talking about? Hurry, tell me what you mean. Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. This blackmail letter. Is this the first one you got? No, of course not. This is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tears of Eminent case. That first letter, it said, I know you did it. So someone found out about your true identity? Just like that? It's not easy being a master thief, you know? I've got proof that it was you, so give up, he went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a sec. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? What are these plans you're talking about? They were instructions on how to steal a crown or a painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean that the ones who planned the heist wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After all, after that I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. So Ron Delight was Master Mask after all, but someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned it all out in detail. So, maybe Atme? All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. could you try to not look so gleeful about it? So you went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans too? Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you just told me the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never... I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? Well, if the judges ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I have an alibi, right? Oh... I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. Mystic Maya! Hey! Pearly! I'm back! Hey, Pearls, so what have you been up to this whole time? The sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I should get back to Crane Village to have it examined. And? What did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Whew! That's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. Problem? These cute little pink splotches, they said it's paint, and they were put on the urn recently. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We gotta find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick, we gotta find out how they got there. Okay. We'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. Well, it was very nice talking to you, Mr. Ron, but I have some business to deal with. Yo, Adrian. Alright, time to do this. Oh. Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. Okay, so it wants me to examine some stuff first. Looks to me like it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left of it is shaped oddly and it's shocking pink. The same color as the paint splotches on the urn. So then the question is, what's the cause of the odd shape? Let's look around here carefully, Mr. Nick. Yes, that's the box. This box, there's something about it that's bothering me. That's the box that the sacred urn was in. Looks like there's some pink paint on it too. And it's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn. I think I know how the paint got on it now. Alright, let's investigate again, Nick. I think I have this now. Might be wrong. I guess we'll see. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about... Oh, I'll save slot 1 again, because why not? Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Crane Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how... What she discovered was that the vase was broken. Again. Did you say again? Yes, it was broken once a year ago, and now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too. Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? The urn box, I assume. Oh, wait, no. This picture, but I'm still gonna save, because I don't know. Yes! This poster. It was recently made, right? Poster? Ah, the poster for the exhibit. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said "I am" on it, But now, for some mysterious reason, it says Amy. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. Ah! I am? What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when this photo for the thing was taken. That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth. Wait! For? Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. Looks like I still haven't broken the entire psych lock. Was broken here at Lordly Taylor? I think it was this box, but I'm gonna say it again, just in case. Slot 1. Nice. Well, Miss Andrews. What is it supposed to mean? This urn has all these pretty little pink paint splotches on it. There's some on the box the urn was stored in, too. No matter how you look at it, the paint seems to be exactly the same, wouldn't you say? So, what does that prove? That the urn was dropped along with the box. That's when they both got paint on them. Are you with me so far? Yes. The rest of the story is obvious. This box was dropped right here in Lordly Taylor's basement warehouse. If I can prove that, it means the urn was broken here, too. So you can prove that? Can you prove that the box was dropped here in the basement warehouse? Crap, I need to get paint. Shoot! I need to get actual... I need to examine paint. No? Oh. I already read this. What? Why do I have to read this again? Oh my god. What do I need to examine? Do I have anything that can prove his... God dang it, I had the answer to that, I just realized. Sorry. I have to go through this whole thing again. Oh wait. No I don't. I can just do this. I do actually. It is right. The box it wasn't broken. I don't know if I did. Well, no, I don't know. Well, okay. Well. I'm sure there's a diamond rope out like, here's everything that you can examine in this room. But there is not. I don't know. I give up. I'm just gonna look it up. I know some people are gonna be like, oh my god, really, Zach? But I don't care. Oh, I had to go back, re-examine this, and now I'll be like, oh, it's the box. A little bit annoying, but whatever. I see, I had to wait until it was like, yeah, it was on me, my bad. Okay. Have to go through this again, unfortunately, but whatever. Boom. Oh, you like that? One down. Here at Lordly Taylor. Boom. Why can't I skip this? Oh, maybe I didn't say it. No. Okay. I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. There's pink paint. There's pink paint splattered on the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. But there's an odd shape imprinted into a part of the paint stain, am I right? Yes. If you put this box into the impression on the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right there. And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright. Boom. Unlock successful. I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels. Happened about 2 weeks ago, just after the poster photo was taken on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. But I tripped on some paint can and lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed right into the ground. I heard a terrible noise and I thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box and that's when it happened. The broken pieces of the urn fell onto the box and landed right into the paint. I was in shock. I let out a huge scream. I can totally see how that could have happened. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Crane Village, so I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when I Am changed to Amy? I didn't know how it was originally written, but any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Amy. Any sane person? Really? Oh, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one had seen it since then. But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. The Amy Faye statue. Aha! The first time that we came down here, it was on the night that sacred urn was stolen. But Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the wall or floor of the warehouse when we were here. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see. Now it makes perfect sense. But there's still one more thing I find strange. What is it, Pearl? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible. You're right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover up the paint, so why would I move it again? Well, then who was it? Who would have done it and why? On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely close to the door. Then, the next day, it was moved. But why? It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. Why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief, Ron DeLight, was at KB Security. So then, why did another masked mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? The murder trial is starting tomorrow. It looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. But who is that thief? It's probably gonna be Desiree. That's who I'm betting on. Can't really think of anybody else who it could be. There's Desiree. There's Luke at me. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot of people it could be. But I'm gonna end the stream here for now, guys. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna try and stream from 7 till 9. See how that works out. If I'm like completely dead, then I don't know. I'm just going to try and go for as long as I can. So, stream tomorrow at 7. Hope you guys enjoy. I don't know if there's going to be any new videos because I don't really know what I want to do with the channel right now. And then the videos that I'm actually working on are going to take a while. So, what you can't expect is another Zach's Anime Corner, which is my new podcast, in case you haven't watched it yet, which will be available on Monday yet again. You know, it comes out weekly. Unless something happens, in which case I'll probably just take a break and double up the next week. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this stream. And hope to see you all again tomorrow with more of this and probably some fighters, because I really want to play some fighters. But I swear we'll play Overwatch sometime. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye!